Hi everybody. So welcome back. About a month ago, we had a class discussing the mind-only school. That was also a team class, so we have no idea what's going on. And so we need your help. Or you can join the party of also not knowing. It's pretty fun. So I'm just gonna continue from where we left off because echo, echo, echo. I don't want to go back over what we didn't know last time. So here we go. I'm saving my homework till Geshe. I have a class with Geshe because he's going to check the translation. All right. Here we go. So we are in the middle of a discussion about the negative consciousness, which is a consciousness which is posited only by the mind-only school of Buddhism. And it's said to be negative and be the reason why you feel bad all the time, etc. And this part of our discussion about it, Jason Kappa, the author of our text, says there are two systems regarding an aspect of it by the two main propounders, the main guys. I think it's both, by the way. Proponents, you can look it up, of the mind-only school, Yogacharya school. And he doesn't say who, but we're pretty sure it's Master Arya Sangha and Master Vasubandhu. So they just gave a quote from Dunsang, which is a famous book, which nobody knows who wrote. All right. They suspect it's Master Vasubandhu, which would make sense for this section because that's probably who we're talking about. But we don't know. So we just had that quote and we're wrapping it up. And then we're going to go on to the second position of the second guy, who's probably Arya Sangha. Okay. That's where we are in the book. And here we go. Who wants to read? Teen, are you doing anything? You translating?
Translating.
Ah, these seed planting people. Jessica. Jessica.
Nga gì? Dạ.
Yeah.
Nga gì?
Yeah. All right. Would you like go.
Để thành na đi lúc kỳ kyang nham sạc na nhún mong pa si ngươn giu thu mê pê he tri ma chen thu dốc pê nhún gì mê kyang yi thế si thang treo way sak mê thu giu pa đỡ pê na đắc kiên dỡ pa đỡ thô.
Yeah. Good. Okay. You got to help me translate it. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone can jump in too. We're just gonna have fun. Okay. Detarna.
If in that case.
Yeah, I think it means both. If in that case, or therefore. Di look.
This system.
Yeah, this system. Good. I don't know why there's a key before kyang. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
well,
I've seen that before. It confuses. It's strange.
Yeah, I think it's saying the systems.
Yeah.
Yeah, is kyang. What can this mean, Jessica?
Maybe also or but we don't know yet.
Perfect. Good. Nyamshak.
Nyamshak is the meditation.
What meditation?
Balance meditation.
Yeah, but what particular one have they been talking about?
we're talking about the cessation meditation when we in deep meditation and we stop the negative emotions, state of mind.
No. This one is that's Nyumjo. This one is an aria seeing emptiness directly, the meditation.
Yeah.
So the section of the book we're in is discussing how and when and if you can stop the negative consciousness from being negative. Because basically every school of Buddhism says, maybe everyone, I don't know, I'm just covering my butt. Probably everyone says at some point you can get out of suffering, right? So in the mind-only school, for that to be the case, this book is in the mind-only school. So for that to be the case, the negative part of your mind has to be stopped somehow. So that's the question. So when you're having the direct perception of emptiness, during that period, you can't have any regular kind of thoughts, any discursive, right, kind of thoughts. So that would mean that at least during that time, temporarily, you stop the negativity. Okay?
Yeah.
So what's this na, Jessica?
Nah, if
Yeah. Yeah, so if during the meditation, it also says in the system's view, I don't know, that the Nyungpa Shi,
for negative emotions,
yeah, what are they? Anybody? Just quick review.
Nagil.
What was that?
Nagil.
Yeah.
Nagya, yeah. Pride. What else? The pride that says me in this case. Next.
wrong views, wrong view,
Mongpa. Yeah, the wrong view of thinking there is a me. Yes. Next.
anger,
Not in this case, no. Desire, the desire for you to feel good, the me that doesn't really exist to feel good, and some kind of a delusional state, like some kind of mistaken state. Mongpa. I think I got them. Those four are Nungyor du me.
to me, it's not
Nungyor, Kokyor, Shinto, Kokyor.
very
Mm-mm.
completely
Anybody? What's Nungyor here?
Obvious.
Manifest.
Yeah, good, Tim, Nick, good, both of you. Yeah. So when you are when you're having the direct perception of emptiness, in this system, they have to admit that during that time, you can't have those four mental negative emotions in any kind of obvious way, right? Because you can't have
Manifest.
exactly manifest in any kind of way where they show themselves, because nothing but emptiness shows itself during that time.
therefore
Yeah, good. Therefore, te.
due to that,
Yeah, beautiful. I don't know due to what. There's a couple possibilities. Maybe due to the fact that they're not manifest. Okay. And then you have to go to the end here. Nyunyi me.
don't have the negative mind.
Yeah, you don't have the negative consciousness, which is nyokpa.
Stir up.
Huh? What? Oscar, we did this nyokpa. Do you remember?
Of course not.
It's in letter to a student.
Like dirty or something like that, or like stained.
Yeah, exactly, Tim. Yeah, so this kind of goes together. Dreama, Chendu, Nyokpa.
Right.
So but see, this is an interesting qualifier. So he doesn't say you can't have the nyunyi at all. He's saying you can't have a version of the nyunyi, negative consciousness, the negative part of your mind that causes all your negativities. You can't have a version which is stained or dirty or messed up. So that's a mayingak, right? What is the mayingak there? What is the negative thing that's being implied?
Well, then in some way you could have a clean nunyi in the first place.
Exactly. And that's what you're trying to discuss. Like, do you pull this thing out of your brain and then like it's destroyed somehow, or is it there but like neutralized somehow? That's the question. Those are the questions being asked. All right, great, Tim. Kyung.
Also a but.
This is almost definitely but. All right, I didn't read it yet, but I think it's a disjunctive. He's saying that even though you can't have a nyuni, which is all stained, because there's nothing you can have manifest, including those four negativities, if you are in the meditation, says this system. But yi, what's the problem with this yi, Oscar?
We don't know if it's a nyunyi or the sixth one. Just yi.
Yeah, we don't know if it's negative consciousness or just the mind in general. What is our precedent for the fact that this could be negative consciousness?
Just because the subject of the last part, the last sentence was nunyi.
The title of the book?
Yeah. You're both right, but I was going for the second. Yeah, Venerable Paul. Yeah, the title of the book. And it's a tradition in mind only school. Sem can mean kunshi. Yi can mean negative consciousness, like nyunyi. And namparshe can mean the mental consciousness, just regular mind. And so it can be very confusing. Here, I think it's nyunyi, okay? Because he says nyunyi te, he says yi te. He says that yi, which he just mentioned, okay? Is she dangdrel? We just had a
Free from
dangdrel, Tim.
those four.
Yeah, what was the dangdrel we just had, Tim?
Is in my text.
I know.
What she just said, Jessica just said it.
What's your dong drill, Tim? This is Word's
What?
dong drill.
Yeah. What's your dangdrel? What was it? Kyun tadak dangdrel, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
What the Buddha says is free from juje ki tsik ki kyun tadak dangdrel. What the Buddha says is free from any problems. Anyway, yeah, this is free of those four. What are those? What is he talking about? Jessica?
We talk about the four negative emotions that we just list down.
Yeah. So there's each consciousness, according to the mind only school, has a core or a group of different mental functions that follow it around. And we spent like 4 months ago or something, we were talking all about it. And that's why he keeps mentioning it. And so this negative consciousness has the four, which we just talked about, pride, wrong view, some kind of mental delusion, and some kind of wrong desire. Yeah, so that's what he's saying. But he says, hey, yeah, but the negative consciousness is free of those four bad things. Or maybe this is also then, it doesn't seem as disjunctive as I thought it was. And it's sakme. Jessica.
Sakme is not anyone.
No, That's Kang Sakme. Sakme means not stained. It's not been stained by samsara or something like that. It's not samsaric. Sakme to kyurpa.
Kyupa is to occur or happen.
Here it's just is. This is an adjectival clause or something. It is not stained. Dupa.
The desire.
Not here. Anybody? What's this dupa?
They say, they accept.
Yeah, good. Kramer's right, I think. That's what they think. And then here you go, Jessica. S.
It says it's therefore.
Yeah, therefore. I don't know if this is if or it goes with the therefore. I think it's like pena. I think so.
I think that's right. I
think
think it's just a heavier therefore.
I agree. So therefore, we say that it's just a dakien. Does anyone remember a dakien?
Sometimes he calls it the dominant condition or the dominant factor.
Yeah. I like calling it the boss factor. The boss factor.
The boss factor, that's a good way to remember it.
Because this doc is actually short for dakpo. And dakpo means like boss. But anyway, it means a condition that is like held within a particular entity or thing. So I have no idea why they just said it here, but that's what dakien means.
I mean, I guess they're saying that there is some underlying condition for the existence of the Nyunyi because they accept that there is one there that is not overtly stained within a deep meditation. There is something there that's free of the stain of the four overt afflictions, and so there's some dakien there. There is some essentially some underlying thing that allows for or triggers the Nyunyi.
Right. That makes sense because there has to be something which makes it have a continuation of existence, even if it doesn't exist for a particular time. So even though during that particular time, it may be Drima Chendu Nukbe Me, that it has to somehow exist or come back or reassert itself after the meditation.
Yeah, right. Even though it's it's unstained in the sense of being free of those four, meaning the overt four. But there's something there, and I would guess that dakien, especially in this case, is what will act as a factor for the continued existence of that Nyunyi as the person comes out of meditation.
Exactly. So this Nungyur, this dakien is basically the opposite of this Nungyur.
It's the underlying thing that's not overt or manifest.
Yeah, not manifest. Yeah, and
it would be manifest, but it's a kind of thing that doesn't show itself. I think there's a difference. It's not like there is none, because it is there.
Yeah.
But I think the Nungyur is about being taking form. It is there. So I think they're both just in different ways.
Yeah, right.
It's not there as something that would show itself, and this is there as something that doesn't show itself. That's what I think.
Yeah, right. And the reason they think there has to be something underlying there is because they say there is a temporarily unstained version in which the afflictions are not manifest.
Well, they have to say something because it can't be if you're having direct perception of emptiness. So they have to come up with
Right.
something.
Right. So they
And that's
must
what they
have a
came up
Dakyan.
with.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay, I hope everyone's following. Thank you, translators. This is impossible in every language. Okay, thanks, Jessica. That was great.
Thank you so much,
Very,
teacher.
You're
very
welcome.
impressive.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to read this next line? Don't be scared. No one?
Mm. Mm.
Come on, Chloe, come on. What are you doing? I caught you.
Hi,
Come on.
Kasitele.
Hi.
Mm.
Please read this.
Look ni hani nyang shak na eat ni yula te yang sak te su yu par te.
Great. Perfect. I'm not going to make you translate it, okay? But you can if you want. So now we're on to Luke Nipa.
Mm.
What's Luke Nipa? And it's not the second sheep.
The
All right.
body
Okay.
itself.
The second point of this
Oh,
view.
Yeah, now it's another point of view.
Yeah. There's two
The other
people.
fellers.
Yeah, this is now we're on to a new point of view. Yeah. We just had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines on one point of view, right? So he said
Mhm.
Luke Dangpo way back here. Because there was Nel Jor Chupe Lopon Ni.
Okay.
So that was the first one. We just finished the first point of view.
Yeah.
He says it's a Dakian. That's why. Okay. That was
Right,
his
right.
conclusion. So now we're
Yeah.
this other person who's probably Arya Sangha. Now they're saying Nam Shakna.
In that
Yeah.
meditation.
Mhm.
Yeah, if we're in, I don't know which one, but in that
Mhm.
meditation,
When they're meditating.
yeah, I think you're right. During the meditation, right? During the direct perception of emptiness, ye, ni, you.
Of course,
Mhm.
there's a yi.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the
there
ye
is some.
probably mean, Tim?
Gotta be
Uni.
mean.
Don't yi.
Yeah. Good,
Yeah,
Chloe.
yeah,
Good
yeah.
there. Yeah, probably means negative conscious. You never actually
Yeah.
know. Probably negative conscious. So there's definitely negative consciousness during the meditation.
La.
La,
But
However,
nice. But if we go into that a little deeper, it's sakche.
it's still
Yeah.
condemned. Stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Our last point of view said, well, yeah, it's there, but it's sakme. This is the opposite. She says, yeah, it's there, but it's sakche. Sakche su you.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
does have stains. Duh. That's what me thinks. That's what I believe.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, that's what those guys think.
So
Yeah.
if we're talking about whether or not it is stained, then don't you think maybe we're talking about just the sixth consciousness and not
No,
unique?
no, I just think he's
Can
gonna get to a
unique be
point.
stainless?
Well, it's funny you should ask. Because I think the very next line.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. This whole section is about Muni, so I think it's almost definitely that E is almost definitely Muni, venerable. So We'll go further, but it's got to be some twist. How could it be stained and you be in a meditation which is unstained, blah blah blah. There's got to be a twist on it. So
And it would be controversial indeed to say that somehow your sixth consciousness disappears in the direct perception.
yes.
I'm not aware of anyone who has that position.
Okay. I believe you. All right, who wants to be Tay, I'm gonna tell you some more about why I believe that. Where it's a cliffhanger. Who wants to read this line?
I'll read it word.
Gibson.
Okay.
You do it, Nick. Gibson can read the next one.
Yeah. Ona nyomong pe sakpa hyodam shen meto.
Yeah. Okay, cool. What's Wona mean, Nicholas?
Well then. Well then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nyomong pe sakpa. Those stained negativities. Are there stained negativities present?
Yeah, it's a
Wonder.
question.
There are not.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
Shayna means, okay, well then someone comes along and asks after this controversial statement is made. Someone comes along and asks, question mark. Well, are there stained negativities or not? I guess during the meditation. I mean, there are definitely
Must be.
Yeah, in general there are, okay?
Mhm.
And he says, aren't there? Wait, no, he says, are there? And he says, no.
Nah.
Ain't.
Right.
Yeah,
There is not.
but that doesn't say that there's something not. It doesn't mean that the Nunya is not there. It's just saying that
That's correct.
there's not any negativities that are present. It doesn't mean that the state of mind is not there, or the
Yeah, but they must be winning their way to this whole thing about how the four are connected to the Nyuni, and it must be going that. I think it's going that way because that's what we've been talking about. But I agree with Tim.
Just as an elementary point of clarification, word we would typically define the Nyunyi as that thing which looks at the refrigerator consciousness and misunderstands it to be me. Is that true?
Yeah, that's
And
one of the
then
four mental affliction, four negative emotions.
yeah, right. But if it were defined that way, right, then obviously this is the conundrum we're in, because then it's not meeting its definition when it's not misunderstanding.
Correct. And
Yeah. Okay.
furthermore, Taeyang, the
Yeah.
full name for the Nyuni is the Nyongmong Bei. So
Affective consciousness.
yeah, so it's not just the negative consciousness, it's the negative emotion consciousness. Actually, that's the full name. So they could be going there with it too. So it's like, so you're saying the Nyuni isn't Nyun?
Right. Right. Yeah.
I don't know. Jason Kappa says without the Nyun all the time, so yes. All right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. I don't know. I haven't read the argument. Not that I would understand it anyway. All right. Who oh wait, I promised somebody torture. Oh yeah, Gibson. Gibson, would you like to read this?
Yeah. Sentuna jita sakpa tang jieshena.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Moreover, how could it be stand?
Yeah, or this is like otherwise, it's close to moreover. It's like Otherwise,
Mhm.
yeah, otherwise, yeah. How could it be stained? Wait, Gibson, I think they misspelled this shay. It should be this, right?
Mhm.
Oh, so it's 谢.
Word, man, that was bold, though. You just changed it, no parentheses,
Well, wait a minute.
no
Gotcha.
percent sign.
I'm joking.
Yes.
After an S, it becomes shay. I'm trying to
Oh.
trick Gibson.
I see it.
Oh,
I thought, yeah, we were gonna have a version control problem. All right.
No, not at all. After this means the same exact thing, okay, everybody? It's just it depends on the last letter. They change it, okay? Western
Mm.
Tibetan grammar is highly dependent on the last letter, okay, as far as spelling. Okay, cool. Anyway, so what do y'all think? They're asking now, how is it stained? How is this relevant?
Gita's not gonna. Well, because because the negative consciousness seems like it needs to be stained. So
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it follows after this question because it's saying, well, are,
is it
are
stained by negativities?
yeah, and they say no, it's not.
Yeah. So, and what do you mean by sakpa then?
Yeah, exactly. So they're like, okay, well then how is it stained? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this we're supposed to get clarification. Okay, who wants to read? Thank you, Gibson. That was perfect. Anybody? Chio? Are you there? No? Everyone's asleep
Yes.
already? Oh, okay. Do you want to read this? It's kind of long.
Okay.
It's good to hesitate. Think about it. All right, go ahead.
Andon yi di la kun chi la ka tak tu
Nga, nga,
nga
mm,
nga tak tu na nyon
te,
he yes te yes ne nyon mong
yeah,
ki kid kid kid
yeah,
kiet kiet pe na pa
pa,
ne pa
mm,
chi tang
yeah,
tak nya
nye, nye.
nya the same one yes nya
Mm-hmm.
na sok tok pe
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
yi chen
mhm,
ki
mhm.
lang chik
Slan chick.
did you say kwan?
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
Glenn.
Gwen.
HL. Glenn.
Gwen. Yes.
Just keep going. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Chike pay no way. Ten.
Yes.
Ya.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Nacho su.
Che.
Che. Nacho su. Simpa. Check. Trip. Kiet pe napa. Chick ten. Nichola. Thank you.
Yay. Good. Okay. Well, this is clear now.
It is.
Venerable. At least this one. We don't know if the other yis were this one, but it says dun yi. Why does it say dun? Does anybody know? I mean, Ben Kramer knows. Why does it say dun, Ben Kramer?
The other 7 consciousnesses.
Or the 7.
The 7th.
Seventh.
I think.
I think.
Dunpei Nuni. Yeah. So in this school, mind only, there's 8 consciousnesses. Every other school has 6. So they gave the Nyuni the 7th place. I don't know why. And then they gave the Kunshi the 8th place, the foundation consciousness. So sometimes they just call them their number. And sometimes they call the regular mind Juk, the 6th place, okay? So just so you know, so the 7th consciousness, this 7th consciousness, La, let's talk about it. Kunshi La, huh?
In it
Yeah.
or something, yeah.
I, me.
This can just be Dila, like about that thing, Ben. Like Tela or Dila. Let's talk about it. Yeah, it pays.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, it looks with a ngadak. Huh?
An idea of me.
A mimi, I. An I, which is like a self, at the kunshi, at the foundation conscious. So when it looks at the foundation consciousness, it has an idea that that's me. All right. Okay, and yeah, and this kepas
gives rise
generates.
Yeah, nyomong.
Being bummed out about stuff.
And being happy and then being bummed out. Yeah, this gives rise to negative emotions. That's what its nupa is. It's the singular nupa.
Singular function.
It's one thing it does. That's one ability.
Its one and only power is it looks at the foundation consciousness, and it thinks, "Hey, that's a me," and because of that, it's like the first thing in the wheel of life. It creates all negative emotions come from that in this school. Okay. And furthermore, the Tanyes,
words, expressions, ideas.
I think it's terms here. Because I looked at this dolk, I think it's terms. Okay. Can be a couple things. Conventions, terms, I don't know. The not so terms,
lots of different ones.
the various terms, which are dokbud.
Affixed to.
Which we apply.
Apply, fixed, labeled. This dokba is most famously in the pen. When you go like this, the verb in this language is you're labeling a thing from a seed onto a white, smooth, long cylinder. Okay? So it's used differently in this school, but it's the same verb. All right? And this is with your Geshe.
Your mental consciousness.
Yeah, I wish he did this the whole book. Okay.
I know. I was just wondering why he hasn't.
I don't know. I think it was like the cool kids did, because seriously, in the mind only books, they'll just say Yi and Sem. It comes from the Journey to Lanka or something. Yeah.
Did he ever use the word Yi word in this book, just plain old Yi, to mean mind and not negative consciousness?
I'm fairly certain he did, yes.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain. Yeah. But maybe it's arguable. I don't know. We'd have to go back. Maybe we didn't know and now we have to go back. I don't know. Because we kind of caught on to it in the middle.
Right.
I mean, even though the title's like that, in the middle, he identifies the fact that that's what he's doing. Yeah. Okay. When they talk about achieving nirvana at different schools. Yishe okay, so the mental consciousness is Hlenchik.
Simultaneous.
Comes with.
Yeah, it goes together with it. It Kewa's with it.
Starts together, yes.
Yeah, it starts at the same time, and what it does is it dokes tanes. It shoots out
Applies
a bunch of
labels.
words,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, exactly. So it's saying, hey, all the seven consciousness does is makes you upset at stuff, but it's the mental consciousness which is constantly churning out all these labels. It's a 10 for that. It's a 10 which does that.
It's the basis.
Yeah, it's the foundation. It's the basis which performs that function. All the way to just Zinba.
Grasping stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. We have to read what's coming next. Yeah, it could be
memorizing the Dharma.
Yeah, because look what's coming next.
Okay, yeah, I just glanced.
Obstacles to omniscience and stuff.
Yeah. So, okay, so due to that, or because of that, or I don't know, Shedrips.
Arise, looks like. Oh, obstacles to omniscience, obstacles to knowledge, as they say.
Yeah, there's two kinds of obstacles for people who don't know. One is obstacles which cause like negative emotions, and then the other ones are obstacles which stop you from knowing everything in the world, knowing everything in the universe. Okay. And that's shit.
In this school and in some schools, and I'm not sure if here the implication is, because sometimes it's true that one of those is more closely associated with misunderstanding things than persons.
Yeah. I think first misunderstanding things is Nyongmong's negative emotions, and then misunderstanding people is Shadrips.
Maybe it could be the other way around. You might be right.
Really?
I'm not sure. I'm afraid I'm not so sure.
Because usually things is first.
No, but unfortunately, I think things is sometimes considered more subtle.
I think you're right. I've seen that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't know.
Deal.
Cedric Kippa, developing those obstacles to seeing everything in the universe is the Nupa Chick.
Yeah, that's the one ability.
Yeah, it's the singular function of, I guess, the Yishe with its mislabeling.
That's weird.
This is all very weird.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Except your backyard. That doesn't look weird. That looks very nice.
It's nice.
So it's interesting that seeing the refrigerator consciousness as a me is not considered a tanya, like a label in the same way. It seems like it's something deeper than that.
I think it's something less deep than that.
Okay, yeah, right. Or not as, yeah, right. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't know which is deeper, but it's something different. You're not just calling it me. You're thinking of it as me.
Yeah, I hear
Or
you.
so, I don't know. Seeing it as, right? Literally, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Dana. Yeah. Dana.
Okay.
Yeah,
I agree. There's some distinction being made, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Explain what's this knee here though? Knee here.
Oh, I take that to mean the function of the Nyunyi versus the function of the Yishe.
And I would say that that's isn't that the second point from above?
Oh,
I think it's saying that makes two.
yeah, right. The first one, right? The singular function of the Nyunyi versus the singular function of the Yiki Nampar Shepa, the singular function of the afflictive consciousness versus the singular function of the mental awareness of your own thoughts.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
I think
they
'cause
each do their thing.
you can say dang ni meaning in total, those are the two or something like that.
Yeah, right. And those two are present or something.
Yeah, those are the two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think U is used for calculations, by the way. Like 1 + 1, ni U.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've seen that before.
Yeah.
It's two.
Yeah, makes two.
Dong ni usually, actually, sorry.
Yeah, dang ni. Yeah. That makes two.
So maybe dong ni, yeah.
Yeah, I suspect.
Or it could
Okay.
be like ye la with those two present. Them is a de la.
I don't know about the la here at all.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Guess let's split the verses.
Ye la te la. That's seems
Yeah, without a shay, it's kind of strange.
yeah.
Without a comma, which represents a punctuation mark, which is kind of like a period or a comma in.
Well, it would be nice if that law is going to elaborate, if this law is, if, you know, in regards to those, we're going to talk about the first of the two, and hopefully this paragraph will shed some light on
What they're talking.
Yeah.
on the first of these two, on the singular ability of the afflictive consciousness focusing on the refrigerator consciousness in a way that generates
Me.
mental affliction obstacles, right? As opposed to obstacles to omniscience.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening. That's why he says dangpo
Right.
first. Yeah. All right,
God
let's
willing.
check it out.
Some
Very
power
good,
willing.
very good. Who wants to read? Oh, it's kind of long. Oscar, do you want to read it?
Yeah. Tela
All right, go
tamponi.
for it.
Ni nyomon chen du jukche yinchin. Teyang yisi nyomon ma lupar mapangpa. Tesin dun juk la marik patang. Tawalok nandok peichir. Yepayantang. Trachompa namki. Tsawatang nyewe nyomon pa ma lupar. Pampena kangsak tun simpa. Kepenupa Nupalok. Telok pe te nyomon chendu shakpa yang mepe nyunyi lokso.
Yeah, good. All right, you read it so well, you have to help me translate. Taylor.
From that,
Yeah, on that point, on that subject, all right. Tangpo ni.
the first means or the first is.
This just means firstly. The ni just goes with the dangpo. First of all, or firstly.
Yeah.
The yi ngongmong chen.
Possessing normal mind and the mind with negative emotions.
Yeah, this is another way to say nyunyi.
Nyunyi.
Usually they say nongmong chengi yi, I think, but for some reason he switched it. I think the negative consciousness, it jokjes.
It plants. It puts.
Yeah. Puts or plants. Perfect. Very good. It can be plant in this school as well. And you might be right. I don't know yet. It is the planter, actually, is what it's
Yeah.
saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Qing.
Also, or
And yeah. Good. Taeyang.
moreover,
Yeah. Morely over, furtherly more.
for the
GC.
more,
You have to know a little
whichever.
West Chinese. No, this
Or
means until such time. And
Yeah.
for some reason, they use the negative when they say these phrases. So this does not mean not eliminate. This means eliminate. So until such time as you have ponged.
Eliminated. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Good, Tim. And you've eliminated malupa,
All of the
nyungmongs.
negative emotions.
Yeah, good. And now the
That's a
GC,
link with the
huh?
echoing, of course, the very famous definition to nirvana.
Yeah, malupe pong. Yeah, until you've
Mhm.
one by one elimination of each and every
Yeah.
obstacle.
Huh.
Yeah, Deitzi, the Deitzi goes with the Jitsi.
Until that time.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
until you have eliminated, and then it's gonna tell you the rest, what happens until you've eliminated all of them. You will juke.
Enter into or
Engage.
be stuck in. Yeah, engage in.
Yeah, I think it's just engage here. Engage in marikpa.
Misunderstanding.
Yeah, misunderstanding. And tawas, which are lokpa.
Mhm. Ass backwards use.
I was gonna say it and then I stopped myself.
Oh, whoops.
Don't
Me too.
don't
Then.
worry, Ben
Good
didn't.
job, Ben.
Bass backwards.
And yeah, I don't know what this not is. I don't know. It could have been an if. I'm not sure.
Under Richard.
The cheer.
I would guess in this case it's dope because you will have to return to that state as long as you haven't eliminated them in their entirety, because we're still talking about this state
I
of
think it's
meditation in which they're not removed yet, maybe.
I think it's stop here, though, because it says Sagyepa here. I think it's stop.
Okay. Turn them back.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, stop them. Okay.
Yeah, because if you do stop negative wrong views and misunderstanding on the level of a Sagyepa,
8th level bodhisattva.
yeah, what's special about that level, Tim?
You don't have negative emotions anymore.
Yeah,
you're a Jajamba.
Yeah, exactly. You're a bodhisattva, but you're also a bodhisattva who doesn't have negative emotions. What's this yen mean? It's short for something.
I give a yen log.
No, it's yen che.
Oh, the
Yeah.
end or something.
From that
Up
level
to.
on up, all the
Uh-huh.
levels above it as well.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why he just says yen, but it's yen che. Yeah.
From the 8th up.
So yeah, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th Buddhahood, right?
Right.
Okay.
Hey,
Or,
Barney,
huh?
before you go on to the next phrase, can I ask, you said after GC,
Yeah.
then the ma before pong doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you're not doing that. So when you say DC, or I'm sorry, DC, it
Yeah.
doesn't have the same rule, correct?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's saying until you've eliminated all of them and have stopped all your wrong thinking or negative wrong views and misunderstanding, and have reached the level due to the fact that you've reached the level of a Agepa or higher.
Right. Because you stopped those negative emotions.
Yes,
Dope
exactly.
chair.
Yes. Yeah. Or you're a Jachumba, either one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, which that is a Jachumba, but
Yeah. An Arhat.
yeah.
They make a distinction between because you can do it either Mahayana or you can do it Hinayana. And they talk about both ones. Either way, as long as you have eliminated your mental afflictions, whichever, if you're on a bodhisattva path or you're not, okay, it's equivalent.
Mhm.
All right. And so by those two, whichever one, the Tawa,
Yeah, your root and secondary crummy thoughts.
yeah. How many root, Ben Kramer?
Was it
6.
6?
Yeah, it's 6. 6, but the
All right.
fifth one is divided into 5, which makes 10 actually. But it's 6. Or the name was, how many of them are there?
20.
20.
Yeah, it's 20. Yeah. So those 26 negative emotions, when you Malupa again, Malupa.
When you completely eliminate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, when all of
All
them
of
have been exactly. When all of them have
Having
been
done that.
yeah, when all of them have been punked, but this is past tense, so Ben's right. Having done that, then due to that, you're a Kongsak.
Color.
Person.
Yeah, a person that Zinpas
Mm-hmm. Holds.
holds. I don't know what you hold yet, but you hold something.
Mhm. They're holding
What's
Ch above.
I know you Chusa Zinpa. A Kongsak who holds by the Nupa, by the power of having developed that. Lok, I don't know why it says lok right there. Lok can mean the same as ndok.
I guess you have stopped the ability to give rise to the state of mind that holds to the person.
You think so?
Provisionally.
Nick,
I wouldn't marry it.
Nick, help.
I mean, we gotta see what's really going on here to figure. We gotta get to the
Right,
bottom of
and
these.
having done that.
There's
Mhm.
no bottom. We're gonna get to the end of the book when we get to the bottom.
Perhaps since with 1 minute left, I'm like giving up hope on really
That's okay. Less than a minute. We got to finish this line though.
0 minutes left.
I gave up hope years ago. It's not the point.
We gotta read the golden key to get this paragraph.
It's not in there, trust me. I think Kramer's right. You have to stop. You have to stop holding to a self. De lo, and due to that stopping, de lo pe, because of that, there's also nothing to shock, to jokje, to put out negative emotions. This shock and this
Right.
jokje, this and then you stop the nuni.
Okay.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
Cool, because you stopped its one ability.
Yeah, you stop the only thing it does. It's
It
new.
only does one thing, so you must have stopped it.
But
I dare say we came dangerously close to understanding this.
Yeah. And is this the first time we've actually talked about the Nunyi coming to an end?
Well, the root text verse talks about it coming to an end, but this is the specifics on the beliefs around it. According to some mind-only masters.
Was a very felt like Salam Namshat almost, right? Like a very clear, pragmatic, mechanistic presentation of how to systematically dismantle this thing that we don't even accept from our school, but still cool.
Yes.
I don't think it's that much different than what you end up doing later. I mean, you still have to I don't have a discussion time, but we'll have a 1 second discussion. You still have to
Right.
like destroy that view of the self, that holding to a self, and regardless if the Nuni exists or not. So
Right. Well, and it looks like the Nyunyi does survive the direct perception, but doesn't survive reaching nirvana, whether it be in the form of the 8th bodhisattva level or in some other form. You're going to finish off your omniscience obstacles, your obstacles to omniscience. You're going to finish off without that pesky Nyunyi in your way.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well,
So,
then
yeah,
you can
and
be on the
I think
bodhisattva path if you're getting rid of obstacles to omniscience.
Checks out. Hard
that's
agree.
true.
So would this
Sure.
also imply the stopping of the kunchi as well? Because you're completely stopping.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, then that's all the time we have, folks.
When you stop holding to it, when you stop giving the power of the nuni to hold to a self, it won't do that anymore. That happens when you completely end your negative emotions.
Yeah,
Because
but there could still be a
bec-
kunshi, but you just don't believe it's me.
You're gonna have to go back to the 60 verses on reasoning, Tim. There's a lot of.
No,
You think
no.
everything just disappears?
I don't
Who
know.
reaches nirvana anyway?
Who are these Drachumbas and
Yeah.
Saigu? All right, that's it.
Thank you, Word. Thank you,
Uh,
Tim. Thank you, Hasso. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Paula. Thanks
you,
to
Nick.
everyone else here. Oscar, Venerable Cutting. Let's see, who do I see on my screen? Roxana. I see a rabbit.
Thank
Thank you,
Rabbit.
rabbit. All the rabbits, translators. Thank you so much. Word, are you going to lead a class now?
Yeah, I'll the torture continues.
Right on. All right. So thank you so much for that and keep up the good work. See you guys
All
on
right, sir.
Saturday.